Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Beth. I am working towards becoming a full-time content creator, and for a little bit of background into what's just been going on, I recently just moved into this apartment. My landlord was moving back into my old apartment, so I had to leave. I actually just moved right around the corner, so I'm not too far. Things haven't changed too much, but at the beginning of this year there was a fire at the restaurant that I worked at, so all of us essentially lost our jobs. But I have been kind of on the verge for the last 6 months to a year or so of wanting to exit the hospitality industry. That all stemmed from a couple years ago when I decided to quit drinking, and that made a really kind of profound impact on my life and working in a bar, and it just became very unaligned, and I knew that it wasn't the path for me going forward beyond this year. So even though it was a really unfortunate and it was really, really sad, and I'm really sad to see that restaurant go, I do feel like it was a bit of somewhat divine intervention to gear me towards the path of actually making the decision and diving in full-time on content creation. So here we are. So I'm going to take you through what a full Monday looks like, and hopefully this can inspire somebody to take that leap for themselves, or at the very least see kind of what it looks like in my life and how I've decided to grow and share online. I also am really heavy into the gym, so I do work out 4 times a week and I run 3 to 4 times a week. Basically, I've decided that I want to be a full-time athlete putting out health and wellness content online. So that's what this kind of channel is all about. That's what this day in the life is going to be all about, while I also embrace the opportunity to have kind of the greatest year of my life. Since essentially losing my job, I've decided that I'm going to be a yes person this year, and I'm not going to miss out on all the opportunities that I've had to miss out on because I've had to work. So come along for the day with me, and I hope you enjoy. So my goals for today are to obviously get in my run. Today I have an 18-kilometer run, which I'm really excited for. So after my morning kind of routine, I'll get my run in. 1 video to record for YouTube, and I have a couple of reels to edit and post. So those are the goals for today. I'm gonna finish up my greens, get in my mobility, and have something to eat before I go on this long run. I'm gonna have my protein oats. I have a short on this, so if you want the recipe, just go back into my shorts and you'll see my protein oat recipe, and then head out on the run. Okay, I immediately changed my mind on the oatmeal and I'm going with toast. So it's gonna be toast, peanut butter, banana, drizzle of honey. We're out the door. Sucky part about today is that the temperature, it's like -1 outside, but feels like -9. It's super hard to dress for a run when the feels like and the actual temperature are so different. I'm also gonna take my vest with my electrolytes and 1 gel. So yeah, let's get this all together and hopefully we don't freeze for the first few kilometers. So I'll often try to gauge my runs. I'll come out and see kind of what other people are wearing. There's someone running here, and that guy was pretty bundled up. It's pretty cold out here. So, the worst part about winter running is getting out there and starting, but I think I'm just gonna stick with my jacket. I'm just gonna get out there and do the damn thing, and I'll be back soon. I stopped for a sec just to take in views over here. I hope it's not too noisy with all the cars going by, but it's a nice route. Was actually really good. It went really well the whole way. My legs are very sore right now from my final sprint to the finish. So, oh god, now I have hiccups. I'm gonna drink the rest of my electrolytes and stretch, and I think I'm gonna go, actually in my building, there is a cold plunge and a hot tub right next to each other. So I might do a little contrast therapy for a few minutes before I shower and go out to do my work. Let's get to it. Oh my god. Oh. Okay, holy, my face is wind burnt. It was very windy on my run. I am back from the hot tub, showered, dressed, and I had to sit down for a little bit because I was just so exhausted. There was no saving me after cold plunge and sauna. It just made me even more tired. So I am not going to leave the house to do work. I'm gonna order in and get some work done here. My face is completely windburnt from that run. Holy. But yeah, that's where we're at. Not every single day is perfect. However, I just really do not feel like leaving my house today. So yeah, I'm gonna have a little snack, get to work, and then that'll pretty much be it for today. Tomorrow, another exciting day. I have a quick workout, and then I am heading to my sister's so I can help her with the baby while she gets her hair done. So I'm gonna be spending the night down there again. I usually go there on Tuesday nights. That's what tomorrow will bring, and I will see you then. So I've been living here for a couple weeks now, and so far it's been great. There are definitely some challenges that come with living in the city and not working right here where I used to work. Definitely being the one to have to motivate yourself to be productive is really difficult. Like, it's a lot more difficult than I think I realized. Keeping myself motivated and being consistent with my workouts is something that I have really developed over time, but being consistent with working I find really difficult, especially when it's creative work, because I feel like I get burnt out creatively much faster than I get burnt out physically. And sometimes I feel like my physical energy levels and my creativity energy levels have not really been on the same wavelength, which is really, really frustrating. Because sometimes I'll feel really motivated and gung-ho to be creative and create fun content and share cool things, but then I'll just have absolutely zero energy from having a really hard training week. And then sometimes I'll be like, okay, I've got the energy now, and I'll just have zero motivation to be creative and put anything out. So finding the balance between those two things has definitely been my biggest challenge in the last couple weeks, maybe 3 weeks or so. So over the next couple days, I'm really going to be focusing on kind of creating a bit more of a clear vision of exactly what I want to be doing day to day that makes creating more fun for me again. That's kind of the biggest challenge. There's also a couple of things getting used to living here as well. Like you saw in the last video, I purged a ton of stuff, but being in a smaller space, it definitely feels like I have more things, which is strange because there's not much storage in this unit. So it feels like I have more stuff than I did before, even though I got rid of probably 30% of everything that I had in my last apartment. So that's kind of a strange thing. And considering my goal is to move into a much smaller space, it definitely has kind of dawned on me in the amount of stuff that I could potentially get rid of. So that's been kind of an interesting thing. Yeah, so that's kind of what's been up for the last couple weeks. I have to remind myself that even though maybe what I thought 10 years ago is not what my life looks like today, but it's actually so much better for who I am now. So it's been really interesting, like grappling with the idea of like where I thought I should be and actually how well I am doing. That's an important message I want to share, is no matter what you think you should be doing or where you think you should be at, timelines are completely irrelevant, and to really just not compare to what other people have going on, because there is no set timeline for anything on earth and you can literally be doing whatever you want at any time. And looking out to the year ahead, I'm just so excited for everything that's to come. And on that note, I guess I shall announce my next trip is coming up in about 2 weeks. So the next video you see will be right before I go away to, drumroll please, Holland. I'm going to visit my family in the Netherlands. I have never been to the Netherlands before. I've only been to Europe once in my life, and that was when I was really young. I think I was like maybe 10 years old, so over 20 years ago. And we went to Greece to visit the Greek side of my family. So my mom's side of my family is Greek, my dad's side of my family is Dutch. And I haven't really connected very much at all with my Dutch heritage, so I'm really, really excited to be going in the midst of tulip season. So stay tuned for all things tulips, clogs, windmills, cheese. I can't wait. I'm so excited. So that's the next thing coming up on the books for this year, and I'm really excited to take you along for that journey. So yeah. Oh, good morning, family. It is Sunday. We made it through another week, and that was kind of a doozy. Like, I feel like I was like kind of down this week on myself, like feeling like, I don't know, like I didn't accomplish anything. I'm not where I should be. And I was like, I had a really like woe is me a couple of days, but we made it to today and I'm feeling much better, and I'm really excited for this week. Feeling like a lot more productive and ready to take on the week and get stuff done. We have a fun week of training coming up, and today is officially 2 weeks to the day that I leave for Europe. So the next time that you see me, I will be taking you through prepping for solo travel. So the last time that I took a trip was with my cousin Holly. We went to Vancouver to kind of escape the Toronto city life and go out into the wilderness a little bit in BC to adventure. And I am like a completely different animal when I solo travel. I'm so excited. I haven't done this in a really long time. This is a huge part of this year. I'm gonna set you down for a minute because I feel like I need my hands. I'm still debating on my packing situation, if I'm going to be bringing a checked bag, which I haven't done in a really long time. I'm very much just a carry-on traveler, but I'm going to be gone for 10 days. Anyways, that's all coming up in the next video. Cats, man. So that will all be coming up in the next video. Stay tuned for the next couple weeks because we are prepping for that trip and I cannot wait. I'm so excited to continue on making this the greatest year of my life so far. So to recap really quickly, I haven't been working for the last couple months because my work burnt down. Periodically, I've been taking events and other like small jobs and bartending shifts really just to keep making money and to be able to like afford to survive. It's always funny when I take bartending shifts now, not being used to like bartending on the regular. Obviously, like the mechanics are like riding a bike and it's super easy and like I remember all of that stuff. But being up later and being like in a room with loud music is it's so much more jarring these days because it's like so few and far between and I'm just not used to it. My ears are ringing this morning. and my throat's always a little bit sore from like having to talk really loudly to people. And it's just crazy, like the lifestyle that you get used to when you're in that industry 24/7. Anyways, it's gonna be a slow Sunday for me today, which I'm totally looking forward to, and then getting prepped and ready to go on my Europe trip. So that was a bit of a ramble and kind of like a lot of different things all at once, but I wanted to make sure I got it all out so that everybody was updated. Oh my god, also, we are nearly at 800 subscribers, so thank you so much for being here. There's Babe just having the zoomies in the background. Thank you so much for being here. I'm so grateful for each and every single individual one of you for tuning in and just watching like my life unfold. I'm having such a good time creating these videos for you. So if you enjoy watching them, make sure that you like, and you can leave a comment below letting me know what you like and what you want to see more of. That would be super, super amazing of you. And I'm just so grateful that you're all here. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to follow me on Instagram to get a little bit more of the day-to-day, make sure you do that too. It's the exact same handle at lifewith_Beth. I can't wait for the next one. See you soon. Bye.